terrific win for our guys. Thought we showed a ton of resiliency. Really, throughout the last 8-10 minutes of the game on, we got down, had a little lead and lost it, and got down late in regulation, and guys fought back, made some good plays. Had a chance there in the first regulation to try to win it. Didn't get it done there. Then same thing, first overtime played pretty well, have a chance. They make a big three. We made a mistake defensively, and KJ has a move right at the rim that you expect him to score, get fouled on. And guys came back a little dejected after the first overtime, and I just, try to stay positive with those guys. And we rode that crew really hard there down the stretch. They played all the minutes, and I just think they showed a lot of guts and courage to hang in there and find a way to win that game. They could have given in at any time in the last, 8-10 minutes of regulation on through, and to just find a way to win is, is really good, really proud of them.
9 turnovers and 50.
Yeah, really good. It's funny. I told our guys that at halftime. We were trying to push the ball as much as we could, especially when Maryland missed, and I thought we got great shots. And it's funny, our guys kind of kept looking over, wanting us. I think, to be honest with you, they wanted me to slow them down. And I kept telling them to push it and push it and push it. And we got all kinds of great shots and didn't shoot it well. But when you're getting good shots and things are moving well for you, as long as you're not turning the ball over, you don't have to shoot as good a percentage. That's why turnovers are so problematic, is usually they lead to some sort of offense for the opponent. And for us to play 50 minutes tonight and only turn it over 9 times was pretty good.
No subs in either of the overtimes. That's just trust in those 5.
It is just kind of going to let those guys ride it out and try to win with those guys. They were, in a pretty good rhythm. Maryland did a lot of things where they switched different things and had 5 shooters on the court when they put Lehman and Smotrich in there together. But Landry can guard some perimeter players. That's one of the values of having him as a center, is his ability to guard out on the court, whether it's ball screens or switching on to guards or do different things. And I think his size always affects the game defensively. So I wanted to keep him out. Assistants kind of were asking me, hey, do you want to go small? And I didn't want to do it. I just wanted him out there. And Rod played great. He played great today. Made some big shots, big plays, and just fought through a bunch. And, I was really proud of those guys.
After what happened the other night, to come back here and face this adversity, talk about, this obviously shows they've definitely grown up as a team. Yeah, we didn't play well the last 20 minutes. We played very poorly. I just had all kinds of breakdowns and couldn't get it figured out in the game. Couldn't get the guys to get it figured out, really. And some of the poor offensive shooting probably got to us a little and got in our heads a little bit. Guys were really ready. We practiced well the last 2 days. I felt like we were going to play well today. And, I knew it would be a hard game. I think Maryland's very talented, especially offensively. They just got so many guys. They've got 4 guys on the court the way they started. They can make threes. And then when they go small, they got 5 guys on the court that can make threes. So there's stress on your defense on almost every possession when you have that much shooting out on the court. And, for our guys, they made 9 threes, but they were 9 for 32, which is, 28%. I think that was a huge key to the game.
Since you've gotten the game in 48 hours, and then not to mention you do have the ACC coming up, is that something you'll work on with a rotation, trying to get those bench guys back in? Yeah, our guys, our bench guys will play a lot early in the game, first half stuff, and then we'll just kind of see how it goes. It's going to be a tough turnaround. Miami's playing really well. Had a huge win at NC State where they played great. For whatever reason, they seem to play better on the road. Excuse me. And, I think some of it's because they got 5 seniors. I know they lost a bunch of players, but they did have a bunch of guys that are back, and they have older guys. And I just think they've been through the wars. That environment obviously doesn't bother them. They've got like 3 or 4 road wins to win at NC State when NC State really needed a win. Speaks to how good and tough Maryland or Miami is. They won at North Carolina. They won at North Carolina and NC State. Those are unbelievable road wins. They won at Florida State. Those are unbelievable road wins. So we got our hands full.
What's it say for an ACC standings to get this win today?
Well, it's big. I don't know. I haven't looked at all of it to where who's got what left and who does this and that. But obviously, it separates us from Maryland in any kind of tiebreaker now too. We win the tiebreaker. We have the tiebreaker over NC State. So those are big things. And certainly, our guys are cognizant of that a little bit. We've talked more about that here in the last week than we have at any time during the season.
Brad, I know you said you thought the guys were going to play well. It seems like 6 hours ago, but early on, nothing was going in for you.
You know what?
What did you say to them at that timeout when things started?
I just told them, hey, we're fine. Missing shots that's part of basketball. I don't get as worried about missed shots as I do other mistakes. I mean, and it's hard because you try harder when you shoot. It doesn't necessarily go well. It's like putting. Are you really? I mean, you're not trying to miss. You're not trying to miss a shot. Now how do you try harder to get it in the hole? I haven't figured out how to hustle in golf yet. That's why I'm not as good as I want to be. In basketball, at shooting it's a skill, and so we don't. As long as we're taking quality shots, which we were, I'm not as worried about those kinds of things. We just have to work on that in the off season and after practice and other things. Now, it's not easy to win when you don't make shots, but the defense, controlling the defense and some other things you can control more. So we worry about that.
Is Rope totally healthy? Or
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Just hasn't made shots, Austin Ojukwu is getting a couple minutes because he showed that he can do some things, and DeMarcus Harrison's playing very well. It's just another double-figure game for him. I mean, it's just the way things are in sports. Those guys are playing well, taking advantage of situations, and he's got to get himself going. And, we have full confidence that he's going to make a couple big shots for us in the game. Hopefully it's Tuesday. But we've been riding those other guys. They've played well.
You clinched the first round bye in the ACC tournament
Yeah.
with the win. I mean, is that sort of a tangible?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a significant thing. I mean, for a team that was picked 14th or whatever to get out of the first night is good. Obviously, we hope to do better than that, but that's a good start with a couple games left. It means our guys have really done a good job through 16 games of this league to be 9-7 and there aren't a whole lot of teams at Clemson that have done those kinds of things. So these are big steps for our team.
KJ had 26, 14, and 6 blocks. Are you
Yeah.
a little amazed sometimes at the way he fills up the stat sheet like that?
Not a lot anymore. I'm amazed at some of his blocks because they're just phenomenal plays. But I'm not amazed that he's getting 26 and 14. Just after watching him this year, I know that he's a guy that has that kind of talent, and we can put him into some positions in certain games to help him. He's a big time player, and certainly showed that tonight in a difficult game against a very good player, Des Wells, he's hard to handle.
Anything else, Brad?
Thanks, guys.